curious.
Impressive, right? What's with all the commotion over here? Oh, Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! I have something amazing to show you!
If it's food, I don't care.
What is it? Huh? What the? Part of the moon is blacked out! Was it really eaten by a giant toad?
No, Paimon, it really wasn't. So that means the entire moon didn't disappear. Because there's no way that that planetary body is big enough to obscure the entire moon. Except only partially obscured. Where's this? Is this Chanyu? What? This is Chanyu Val, right? Question mark?
Huh. I didn't expect you to know the story of Jonju the Moon Devourer, Paimon.
She was only recently educated, sir.
Don't underestimate Paimon. She learned a whole bunch of things in Sumeru.
You didn't learn about the toad in Sumeru, though.
But Jonju the Moon Devourer is a Liyue legend.
Thank you. Pointing out the obvious that Paimon needs you to point out.
Well, knowledge knows no borders, so there.
You're not wrong, but you're also still not right, because that's not where you learned the information.
You're right about that, Paimon. But this dark circle doesn't look anything like a toad to me. A toad's egg, maybe? But that's about it. Oh, wait, Traveler! You've been in Nodcry, right? The people there worship the moon goddess. So you should know what's going on here.
Actually, it's quite interesting, because it's not... An eclipse here is the moon getting between us and the sun. But this is about something getting between us and your moon. Sorry, Teyvat and your moon. Which is weird. Could be a meteor. Could be an asteroid. I have no other explanation for it. This wasn't a thing in Nodcry either.
Really? Not even in a place where people worship the moon?
But there's a celestial phenomenon called a lunar eclipse. I mean, yeah, but that's not the same thing. The moon doesn't disappear, the sun disappears.
Oh yeah! Master told me that the tale of Jianzhu, the moon devourer, was how ancient people explained a certain celestial phenomenon.
Yeah, but eclipses are the opposite. Not the moon isn't getting devoured, the sun's getting devoured. In colloquial terms.
But what is it exactly? Some kind of omen of disaster?
Nope, that's just how space works, dear. Nope, just a natural phenomenon, but this lunar eclipse seems different.
How so?
It's the wrong body. Wrong planetary body. A lunar eclipse usually starts from the outer edge. I mean, semantics, yes, it does, and I was going to say that, but the point isn't about the outer edge. The point is that the object is so tiny, so it can't go from one edge to another.
Oh, but in this picture, the moon is being covered from the center. So this can't be a normal eclipse.
I might break it to you, but astrologically that's irrelevant. Normally, the moon fully blots out the sun purely because the moon's closest to us, and it's therefore larger in proximity than the sun on our sky. This just happens to be a smaller object than the moon. I mean, yeah, sure, in terms of the game, we're going to say it's not a normal eclipse, but the size, this is irrelevant. The fact that it's so tiny, it's irrelevant to how eclipses function.
Then it's still an omen of some impending calamity?
No, it really isn't.
We never said that.
Where did this picture come from?
Ugh, some crazy customer left it at the restaurant. Just thinking about it gives me the chills.
Has anybody seen Dongli?
Attention, everyone! As the auspicious festival season approaches, I have an announcement to make.
Why are you standing like that? And can I also point out that your balance is completely off on that stool, and realistically you should be falling off it.
I, Lu Xiong, am on
Jesus
the
Christ.
verge of becoming one of the most renowned archaeologists in all of Liyue Harbor. No, scratch that, in all of Teyvat.
Is it that hard to get vocal direction? I know these people aren't doing voice recording in the same business building in the one location. Like, once upon a time, that's what you did with voice acting. You had to go to the place of recording and do all your lines there. I get that everybody tends to have their booths in their houses these days, mostly prompted because of COVID, and that's how the practice has remained for the most part. A lot of the AAA game coming, we still have people come in, obviously, but for things like Genshin, they just do it in their own homes. But is it that hard to tell people how to pronounce words? Like, do you not value consistency? Xiang. Like, kill me now? Lu Xiangxiang. Wait, hold on. Lu. Are you related to Old Mate? Because I thought Old Mate said he had a son. Hey, maybe he has a daughter too. Oh, hey, maybe there are lots of Lu families here in Liyue Harbor.
Even though I never trained at a prestigious academy, I've still managed to dig up tons of treasures. And I understand practically a whole dictionary's worth of big words, too.
I'm sorry, did I just walk into a narcissist's world? Ma'am, who gives a shit? I know more words than everybody of my acquaintance, but do you think anybody cares? Absolutely not. It's worth nothing. You know why, ma'am? Because when I was 15 years old, nobody understood what I was trying to say because I kept using words that were too large that they didn't even know, and I phrased my sentences quite archaically, and I learned that I couldn't use my large vocabulary because nobody understood me. Then I had to dumb down my language. I spent 2 years dumbing down my vocabulary, and now I can't retain it. I can't get back to where I used to be. My vocabulary is shit and low-key, and it's horrible, and it's all because people couldn't understand me. So, ma'am, can I point out, nobody cares about your vocabulary.
Like my pops always says, no pain, no gain. And I haven't had it easy, that's for sure. So, it's definitely my turn to make a name for myself.
Can we circle back to who gives a shit? Like, do you have a point? Because quite frankly, no one here cares, including me.
What's the deal with her?
Fucking right? Does someone just backhand her and get her off the table? It's very unhygienic.
No idea. Maybe she ate a bad batch of perch stew?
That is not what that says. And the dialogue written here sounds way more intelligent. Sounds like she's a few perches short of a stew, if you know what I mean. And I wholeheartedly agree. She doesn't seem like she's all there in the head.
What? You don't believe me?
About what?
I'm telling you, I dug up treasures from the ancient nation of Langan. I even got a picture of Jeonju devouring the moon.
Nobody cares. And you don't exactly have a reputable background, so no one's going to believe you.
Longon? Jeonju? What is she even talking about?
Yeah, also going to point out, did she not realize that it was such a localized mythology, history, that most people here in Liyue Harbor are either not going to have heard of it or have heard of it and just don't care?
Sounds like she's a few perches short of a stew, if you know what I mean.
Why do you say the same thing twice, man?
So what if blackback perch stew is my favorite? Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
One, can you please just not throw a temper tantrum like you're a toddler? Two, can you please stop taking your anger out on the stools that are in a public place that do not belong to you, ma'am? And three, shut up.
Whoa, what are you doing?
What an absolute savage.
You're just a stupid, ignorant man, and I'm gonna kill you.
The fuck is wrong with you? I hope we're about to go into a territory of something strange is happening to people that's making them really angry and violent, because if not, this bitch needs to get slapped.
Young lady, you need to calm down.
Thank you, Shinha. Now accompany this with your staff, please. Whip her with the butt end of your polearm.
What? So you're looking down on me now too?
Yes.
How about I take you both out then?
Good luck.
How does that sound?
Good luck, ma'am. You're
This is a
welcome
place
to
for
try.
dining. If you wish to take me out, you'll have to do it elsewhere.
Yeah, you tell her.
Don't act like you're better than me. Do you know who I am? I'm about to be the most famous archaeologist in all of Liyue. No, Tevat.
Just the narcissism is really pissing me off, ma'am.
Show me some respect.
You don't deserve any.
It's respect you want? Very well. For the sake of the other customers, we'll do this your way.
What? So Shen has started the fight?
Not really. She's just finishing it.
She had no choice. The woman pulled a shovel out of nowhere and started going crazy, flipping tables left and right.
A shovel?
She even injured 2 other customers.
Like an actual shovel? Oh, are we about to say that she dug up something in Lungan that made her go crazy? I don't know, but Jesus, somebody should have put her down before she started injuring customers.
Shenna did what she had to do to restrain her, then took her to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
Thank goodness Aunt Shenhe was there. Or who knows what might have happened.
Yeah. I started cleaning up after all the commotion, and that's when I found this photo. I thought it it might be the one she dropped, so I rushed over to show someone.
So you think the narcissist dropped it?
She said she took a photo of Jonju the Moon Devourer. This must be it.
Can we really trust what she said, though?
Nope.
Clearly, something is going on with her.
She's a few screws loose, dear.
Paimon's got a point. It sounds like she wasn't acting right at all. How do we know she wasn't possessed by some kind of evil spirit?
I don't think the evil spirit's the problem. It has to do something with the relics.
Aunt Shenhe would have noticed if she was possessed.
And again, everyone's pronouncing her name Shenhe. Shenhe, Shenhe, Shenhe.
All right.
Is it consistent on
But
that?
what about the part about Long Gone and the treasure she found?
What about it?
What if she raided a tomb and dug up some super special relic, then got herself haunted by an ancient ghost?
I still don't think that's what's happened, but it's adjacent to what I think it's happened, so we'll roll with it. Though you're a little obsessed with the ghosts, Hu Tao.
One so powerful that even Miss Shenhe couldn't sense its presence.
Your imagination is something else, Hu Tao.
Right.
Why would an ancient ghost come to Wanmin Restaurant, huh? To eat my black-back perch stew?
Nope.
Hey, it could happen. I'd want to eat your food if I was a ghost.
Wait a second. She mentioned the ancient nation of Longon, right? Paimon's heard that somewhere before.
Memory of a goldfish. You heard it literally 2 seconds ago, ma'am.
You know what? My brother mentioned that some ancient artifacts were unearthed in Liyue recently. Mostly colored glass, fine jade, and bronze relics.
So they're valueless except for their historical value.
Some of the text inscribed on them has already been deciphered.
What do you mean deciphered?
There were some poetic verses, but the word long gone popped up as well.
It says jade, not Lungan. But what do you mean it's been deciphered? Do you have different forms of writing in China? I was pretty sure you only had traditional and simplified. I didn't know that you had other forms of writing. That's news to me. I don't think they do. Anyway, you're trying to say that Lungan is jade. So you know what? We're gonna look that one up. Although again, I don't think it's gonna give me anything. No. What if we swap it around and put jade in? Jade. That is an L. We do not want an L. J-A-D-E. Jade. Go. You. That doesn't help me. Volume's turned off. I can't bloody hear anything on my phone. Jade. Well, that's simplified. What about traditional? What if we put this in traditional? I don't have that downloaded. Oh well, we'll work around it. Is it going to be a difference or is it just a character difference? No, it's still you. Ooh, we have different options though with the other words. Okay. I know you guys are seeing absolutely nothing, but you'll survive. What if we go character by character? Lung. Did I mean that? Probably. What's that mean? Wolf. Yep, well, that's interesting. And then gun. Lungan? That's what it was called, right? Nothing. I didn't think gun sounded very Chinese.
So, does that mean this Longon place is real? Still, Paimon knows we've heard the name somewhere before. Do you remember, Traveler?
Again, memory of a goddamn goldfish over here. The owner of Baiju Guest House just mentioned it, you twit.
Right! His ancestor heard about it from the White Horse Adeptus. The White Horse Adeptus? Oh, so you must have been to see the giant lantern already. Yep. And it turns out that the White Horse Adeptus is super mysterious too.
All the Adepti are.
Even Madame Ping hasn't met her.
She's not that ancient.
Wait, I thought she was the gold-eyed Celadon mare of the 8 Adepts.
I mean, why do you think that they're two separate things? It could be gold-eyed. Wait, Celadon's not a color. Celadon is a material.
That's just the interpretation you believe in, Hu Tao. There are other theories out there too. The elders of Qingce village believe that during the Archon War, a white horse leapt from a clear spring, transforming into an Adeptus who aided Rex Lapis in battle.
Well, then Zhongli would definitely know about this story. Hey, can anyone tell me where the bloody man is himself?
In Chenyu Vale, some of the tribes take her to be the daughter of time and trace her deeds to an even earlier era. Yet in other ancient texts, including the relics I just mentioned, she appears as an emissary who listens to mortal wishes. bestowing the blessings of the heavens and moon upon the mortal realm, which is why we write our wishes on Shao lanterns.
That's so complicated. So what's the verdict? Which version is the truth?
None of them / all of them?
I'm afraid there's no definitive answer to that.
You two have been all over Teyvat. Do you have an idea?
Nope, sorry. We were actually on our way to ask Zhongli. He knows even more about this kind of stuff than us.
Ah, looking for a consultant, huh? He's having tea with Miss Linlong. Shigu Antiques is hosting an exhibition tonight.
For the antiques that were uncovered?
An exhibition? For what?
All those antiques Sing Show just mentioned. So if you head to the big ship docked in the harbor tonight, I'm sure you'll find him.
Wait, why the ship? Thanks, Hutao. We'll check it out.
So, where to next? How about we go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs to ask about the White Horse Adeptus? We might be able to find out more about the recent moon situation, too.
Why don't you just go to someone who's actually gonna know? Like, let's not pretend we don't have friends in high places. Go see Ningguang or Keqing or Ganyu, people who actually will be able to help us and be willing to tell us, more importantly.
If you're heading to the Ministry of Civil Affairs, could you give them this picture for me? Since it belongs to that customer, she deserves to get it back at
Does she
least.
though?
It might even help the Ministry with their investigation.
Of course. Let's go.
Ha! All right, we're off!
Oh, wait! I almost forgot! Happy Lantern Rite!
新年快乐.
Come have a meal with us when you're free. We'll be there.
This doesn't
Or
count.
we'll be, square.
I mean, to be fair, like, we didn't eat, but still. It was a gathering, was it not?
Thinking about it now, could it be possible that photograph was a fake?
I mean, it didn't look fake. I mean, it's probably easy enough to fake a photo in this era. It's not exactly like, you know, modern day crisp photography. So, yeah, it's possible, but it didn't look like it. Oops, I don't need to use my
fake?
cursor.
You mean like the customer fabricated it to gain academic recognition?
I wouldn't put it past the narcissist, but again, I don't think it was.
Nice one, Changyun. I never even thought of it like that.
How about we go check out that place tonight? I know exactly where it is.
That's nice, but I'm not part of this conversation, so why is it continuing?
All right.
I'll get scolded if I get home too late.
Really, at your age? That's embarrassing.
Live a little, Sing-Cho. You act like this is a first for you. Worst comes to worst, we'll get Xiangling to cook you something delicious, okay?
And another, why does she keep pronouncing his name weird? Or was it Xiangling who did it before? No, I think it's Hutao. Well, how are you, just, I can't even fathom how she said that.
Well, when you put it like that, I suppose it's worth the risk.
You were just waiting for the promise of free food, weren't you? Fine. It's a plan then. We'll meet up tonight.
Go to Yuding Terrace. It's quicker to fast travel usually, isn't it? Ah, my eyeballs! Look out below! Ugh, I was off.
And your grandfather is of the same opinion, Miss Lanyan?
Wow, it's almost like we're talking to 2 of the 3 people I said to talk to. Haha, who would have thought?
Yes. On Lantern Rite, the moon shall go dark. That's what the signs are indicating. Celestial observation isn't Grandpa's strong suit. But he discussed it with several other elders from our clan. And their conclusion was the same.
It's consistent with the information we've received from other sources as well.
You mean the whole thing? About the legend of Jeonju the Moon Devourer? Happening in real life?
Yes, that's one of them.
So it's true. I thought it was just a rumor.
It's true. But right now, the bigger issue is that all our sources indicate the phenomenon's gonna happen again. I'm not sure this bodes well.
Let's remain optimistic for now. We're making progress interpreting the artifacts, and Ganyu is consulting with the Adepti as we speak.
See, third person, right there. Told you they're all in the know.
Besides, apart from the incident at Wanmin Restaurant, there haven't been any other moon-related disturbances.
I don't think moon-related is a relevant point here. Lungan-related disturbances is what you should be looking for.
Ningguang, Keqing, and Wanyan, you're all here!
Oh, Traveler! And Paimon. It's been a while. Happy Lantern, right?
Gonna be honest, Lanyan, completely forgot you existed. But now that I look at you, I'm reminded about how appalling your color scheme is.
Yes, Happy Lantern Rite. What brings you here, though? I thought you'd be in the harbor enjoying the Shao lanterns.
Dude, they're identical every year except for the big one in the middle. You get over it pretty quickly.
You're certainly not the type to visit Yujing Terrace for no reason.
Fact.
Is there something I can help you with?
The exact same thing you were discussing, ma'am.
What? We're not allowed to just drop in on our friends during the festive season?
You know, Pummel has a point. We're not allowed to just come say hi.
I was only teasing. You're welcome to visit us anytime you wish. Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite, 新年快乐. Just in this scene right here, I don't normally take exception to the way people's hair does this in this game, because I know why it does that. They did that so that weapons and outfits can go between the hair when you like walk and run. I get logistically and mechanically why they've designed people's hair like that, but when you've got three people, Keqing technically, has their hair split down the middle, it looks so stupid and obvious. It really does.
Oh, and about all the moon business you were just talking about? We have something to show you. Here, take a look!
Whoa! Something really did take a chunk out of the moon.
No, something's just in front of it.
Someone managed to capture a picture of it. Is this Zhanju, the Moon Devourer, then?
No.
Even though we confirmed this event took place, I still can't quite believe what I'm seeing. Where did you get this picture?
I'm more astounded at the fact that only one person took a picture. I mean, lots of people here have cameras. How is it that only one person in Liyue, the entirety of the damn nation, could take a photo at that moment? Everybody would have noticed the damn moon was missing because women dug out. Y'all are weird.
From Xiangling! She found it when she was cleaning up after that customer caused a scene. She thinks they must have dropped it.
Wait, is this Chawang Terrace?
Yes, is something wrong?
No, it's just where I'm from. It said that Chawang Terrace was where the ancient people of Chenyu Vale communicated with the heavens.
Why is she pronouncing it Chawang? I'm sure if we were trying to pronounce that in English, we'd say that like that. But it's Chiwang, ma'am. You don't change how syllables or characters are pronounced in Chinese depending on what's around them like you would in English or even Japanese to an extent. It's still pronounced the way it's pronounced.
And in this picture, the moon happens to be right above Chawang Terrace. I was just surprised, that's all. It's probably just a coincidence.
That's interesting because the ancient people of Chenyu Vale migrated there from the chasm area.
The chasm? So, that place is involved too?
I'm gonna be honest, I remember nothing of the chasm. It was too many years ago. I don't know how I can be expected to remember any of this.
According to our investigation, that customer you just mentioned, Lu Xiangxiang,
Yeah!
her father and grandfather are merchants in Liyue Harbor, and her mother and grandmother grow tea in Chaoying Village.
Are her parents divorced? Why do they not live together? Or if they do live together, why do they work so far away from each other? Good God.
Xiang. A few days ago, she left her home in Chaoying Village to join a civilian archaeological team funded by Hoishan Hall, and ended up excavating some artifacts in the chasm area. These artifacts were then entrusted to Shigu Antiques and are set to be featured in an upcoming exhibition. Then, of course, the incident at Wanmin Restaurant occurred. We suspect something happened during the excavation that left her with quite the shock.
Did you say mean, as in one mean, rather than one min?
And now, It seems like she also went to Chawang Terrace and
Ugh.
took that picture of the moon disappearing.
You did it too?
The chasm? Chuan Terrace? Things are getting pretty complicated.
How's Lu Sung doing now?
She's not in a good mental state, so we took her to Boo Boo Pharmacy to get some help.
You have somebody who's committed a crime, disruption of the peace or destruction of property, however you want to go with it, and violence, actually, we'll add that to her crimes there, who should be under lock and key until she gets punished for her crimes. And instead of having the pharmacy, I've forgotten his name already, the pharmacy, employees come to her where she's been incarcerated, you take the prisoner just for a stroll? Okay.
Why don't you come with me to check up on her? At this point, you seem invested in this case too.
I am rather, gladly.
Then let's head there now.
All of us or just 3 of us? 2.5 of us.
Now that I see this picture, it looks less like a piece of the moon was eaten, and more like something is obscuring it.
Thank you, Ningguang. I knew cooler heads would prevail.
But what sort of thing could block out the moon?
There are many of celestial bodies that it could be. I don't think... There's no point fast rolling. We'll get there naturally. Can I just jump off this edge? Oh, shit. Hi. Did not expect to be talking to you. Sorry, I was just trying to cut through. Bye. I don't know if that was relevant dialogue, hence why I didn't really focus on it. I don't think it's special for this event. I think that's just Madam Pink conversation.
Lady Yu-hung. Oh, and the Traveler and Paimon are here as well.
Hi, Badu. Hi, Tung-sung. That was the snake's name, right?
What a pleasant surprise.
Tung-sung.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Tung-sung. I can never differentiate between the A sound and the U sound in these kinds of phrases. Tung-sung. I think that's it. Could be wrong. Again, happy Lantern Rite. 新年快乐.
I hope we're not interrupting Dr. Baiju.
Not at all.
Oops, he just disappeared.
I assume you're here to see the patient. Unless it's urgent, however, it would be best not to disturb her rest.
I don't want to deal with the narcissist. She can stay where she is. Is the condition that bad?
It's quite unstable.
Sounds like a
She's
problem.
even more agitated than when she first arrived. And she refused to cooperate when we tried to check her over.
Just knock her out.
I had no choice but to prescribe a calming draught and to have her rest for 2 days.
That works.
So she's getting worse? That isn't the news I was hoping for.
It's just a precaution. Based on an earlier conversation with her, it seemed more like a fixation than anything else. She hasn't lost her mind.
A fixation on Longon?
That's right. When we asked about it, she kept insisting she was going to be famous, far and wide. Well, it might not be far and wide, but she certainly made a name for herself.
She's
around
infamous
Eugene
now.
Terrace. Even some of the Qixing know who she is.
Have you ever seen something like this, Baidu?
Not often, that's for certain. From my initial assessment, the patient appears to have experienced some sort of shock, and whatever it was seems to still be haunting her.
But what could have caused such a thing? The relics from the chasm? Or the moon above Chawang Terrace that night?
Come back in 2 days, and you might just have your answer.
I suppose that's all we can do for now. We'll take our leave then, Dr. Baiju.
Why did you give her a draft that was going to knock her out for 2 days, sir? I get that you wanted to calm her down so you could examine her, but if you need her to be, coherent enough to talk, you shouldn't have made it quite so strong.
Of course. If you need anything else, don't hesitate to stop by.
Bye-bye.
Speaking of those relics from the chasm, aren't they being featured in an exhibition tonight?
That's right. Are you planning to attend?
Zhongli's gonna be there. I was promised by a Zhongli. No, I was promised Zhongli, and so far I haven't found him.
Yeah, we wanted to have a talk with Zhongli anyway, and now Paimon's even more curious about these relics.
Would you like to tag along?
I would, except every item in the exhibition had to be registered with the Ministry of Civil Affairs. So I'm afraid it's been spoiled for me. I reviewed them all myself. There are some rather peculiar artifacts, that's for certain.
Define peculiar.
We're still working on decoding the ancient text that appears on them.
But why is it ancient? Just that's the part that's eluding me. Or are we not really equating with Chinese history? We're going with Teyvat history, Liyuan history, which I guess makes sense. But then at the same time, no, it really doesn't, because time on Teyvat hasn't passed. I can't English. The timeline of people in Teyvat is significantly shorter than the timeline of people on Earth. At least technologically, I'm going to go with that as supposition. So you haven't really had enough time to have passed to have gone from ancient text to current text. But maybe that's just me.
Yeah, the word jade appears a whole bunch, doesn't it?
Huh? How did you know?
Shincho told us. He said there were some ancient poems on them, too.
He's quite well informed, isn't he? Well, he's
Well,
right.
he knows people.
We believe they're direct references to the ancient nation of long gone. As for the other text, instead of regular poetry, it seems to be more like ceremonial language used to worship the moon and the gods.
Okay, I see nothing abnormal about that.
The moon and the gods?
That seems quite sensible for the time period, yeah?
Well, looks like it's almost time for the exhibition. You two should head over. There's an usher at the harbor who will lead you to the venue.
Do we need an invitation? You only thought to ask about this now?
Not at all. The exhibition is free to the public. The people of Liyue have a great respect for our history and are eager to learn from it. Plus, the exhibition is being organized by Linlong, the owner of Shigu Antiques. As far as I know, it's been a long-time goal of hers to hold a cultural exhibition of this scale, where people can learn all sorts of information about the past.
But why a boat?
Guess we're in for a real treat tonight, then.
Yes. Have a great time. There's still more artifact decoding work I need to finish, so we'll have to part ways here. After seeing the picture you brought, there's a few ideas I'd like to follow up on.
You're hard at work even during festival season? Huh. You haven't changed one bit, Kaching.
Not surprised in the least.
I'm simply fulfilling the responsibilities of my position. That's all. All right. I should get going. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Well, guess we should head over to the harbor and find that usher.
Yeah, the moon is very much still in the sky. And moving rapidly. I love how the shell lanterns are just not moving. They are stagnant, and it's just the clouds that make it seem like they're moving. Actually, I don't take that back. Some of the close ones are moving. I don't think many of the far ones are moving, though. Are they? I feel like they're winking in and out of existence. Although that one seems like it's moving. Yeah, they are moving. They don't really go anywhere, though. They kind of just vibe. Oh, I'm sorry. Was I boring you, traveler? Sheesh. Impatient much?